Hi, this is Kelly Stepura. I'm the Chief Clinical Innovation Officer with the ECHO Group, and today I'm going to be talking about one of our dashboards that we have available in our catalog for ECHO Vantage. This is our GAD7 dashboard. The GAD7 is focused on the results of the Generalized Anxiety Disorder Assessment, which measures anxiety on a scale from 0 to 4. The severity of anxiety is categorized based on the total score, and there's a question about the level of difficulty the client is experiencing as well. The GAD7 dashboard is intended to provide information about anxiety for clients in your care, as well as to monitor change in anxiety throughout care. So we can answer questions like, how are our interventions affecting anxiety? What is the severity of anxiety in our clients? Are all clients being administered a GAD7? What progress are individual clients making over time? And how well are we affecting the level of difficulty for our clients? So now I'm going to jump into the ECHO Vantage system and just show you the dashboard. I've landed on the clinical homepage, and to get to the dashboards that have been assigned to me, I just click the dashboard tab here. We have 5 dashboards that are included with ECHO Vantage and a series of other dashboards that are available as well. Today I'm going to focus on the GAD7. Here you can see we've landed on the Critical Trends tab. This tab is going to give you an overview of everything else that you're going to see in the dashboard. There'll be lots of ways to drill down further and further into the information that you find there. So here we can see we have 12 new admissions this month. Only 6 of them have received a GAD7 so far. This is the total number compared to previous months. We have the percent that were screened in versus screened out based on their anxiety score, and the level of difficulty scores on that one question for the current year. We can see the total score by month for the average initial and average final scores and the severity across the current year. Digging into these inner tabs, what you get is a lot more ways of slicing and dicing the data. So at the top right of each of these tabs, you'll see that you have a time frame filter that you can adjust that changes the whole dashboard to focus on the time frame you're interested in. And the same with the filter here on the left. So you can filter by assessment type, maybe by program or location. You can also filter and look at scores for a specific staff member across their clients, specific types of clients, and then you can even focus in on just those with a more severe anxiety, for example, or a higher level of difficulty. So on this tab, what we're looking at is total score. We can see average score over time here, the average total score by location, by program, and by individual staff as well. With any of these graphs, you're able to do a few things with Power BI. You're able to export the data into CSV or Excel. You can also show as table, which allows you to see a larger version of the graph, but you can also see the information that's used to make up the scores there. With these graphs, you can also look at a filter that gives you information about what's been filtered on that graph, and you're always going to get a help icon where we have given you additional information about the graph itself. With any of these graphs, one thing that you can do is drill through. So you can right-click, drill through. You could, for example, look at data related to the GAD7. And with our data tables, you always have this ECHO Vantage link that's going to take you right back to ECHO Vantage, so that if you need to change something or just want to see some more detail that you don't find in the dashboard, you'll find it there. Another thing that you can do is drill through and get down to the level of other graphs. So let's say you wanted to see demographic information. Maybe you wanted to get information about programs associated with the clients that are experiencing certain levels of difficulty. You could show programs and get that information. So lots of different ways you can dig into this information further. Some of these other graphs provide ways for you to look at severity, that scale, the level of difficulty question individually, and then individual items as well. So you can see what those scores are. You have information on whether assessments have been screened in or screened out. You can also see demographic information. In this case, you're looking at average GAD7 scores for clients based on age, zip code, gender, race, and ethnicity. You can see change in GAD7 comparing initial to previous for particular time periods. And you can see documentation. Are these GAD7 initially being created? You can see progress for individual clients in terms of the total score, severity, level of difficulty, and then those individual questions. So you can see how they're doing across time. You can also look at progress by cohort. In this case, we have an admission cohort. We've chosen to look at 10/1/2020 to 12/31/2020 as our cohort. So in this case, it's an admission cohort. So clients that were admitted during this time period, we're comparing their initial GAD7 with their more recent GAD7. And we're doing that so we can see whether they've improved in terms of their total score or not. We can look at the percent that had severe to moderate anxiety or extremely to very difficult in terms of that level of difficulty question. And then we can look at change over time in terms of the individual items, indicating an improvement if the change is in a positive direction and a negative direction indicates decline. Same thing, but for a discharge cohort as well. You can get that information by choosing a particular cohort or group of clients that were discharged during a particular time period, and it's going to show you their initial GAD7 score compared to their most recent score. So I'd like to give you just a little bit more information about what we're doing around dashboards. With the GAD7, we are using Power BI Pro. It's free with Office 365 Enterprise E5, $3 per user per month for nonprofits, and for others it's $10 per user per month. We are able to send dashboard images to unlicensed users, so you'll be able to choose users that would get pictures of the dashboard on a subscription basis. They wouldn't be able to filter those, but they would still see the images. You can combine data from multiple sources. So if it's not an EchoVantage, you could pull data from other places, which can be really powerful. You can also access your dashboards through a mobile app. You can refresh the data as often as you'd like and control access to dashboards in terms of who has access to which dashboards. So thanks for joining me today. Really appreciate your time. Have a good rest of your day.